Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all doing tonight? I know sometimes you probably sit at home and you probably wonder to yourself, what kind of world is it that we live in? If you look at politics and you look at the way everything is going right now, you got to wonder to yourself, what kind of world do we live in? Well, that's not what we're going to discuss tonight. Tonight, we're going to discuss what's the shape of the world that we live in. Is it a flat Earth like a pizza shape, or is it a round Earth, kind of like a globe or a ball? Some people believe in either or. And what we're going to do is talk to a couple of those people today and find out what the hell is wrong with them. Because, in my opinion, both sides have some good arguments, but we're going to nail it down today and find out exactly what shape our goddamn planet is. We're going to figure this out. So, who do I have participating today? I'm going to bring people in to introduce themselves. Our first participant today is Josh. How you doing today, Josh?
Good. How you doing, man?
Doing good, doing good. Why don't you introduce yourselves to our audience and tell them what side you're going to be arguing today?
Well, my name is Josh McKelvey. You can find me at JD MacFunny. That's on Instagram and YouTube and all those cool places. I am going to be arguing for the flat Earth because obviously that's the shape of the place we live in.
Okay, all right, perfect, perfect. Have you always been a flat earther?
I mean, we kind of get brainwashed from little kids. I mean, that's like you get 1 + 1 is 2, and then you get a globe, and like that's what you got to play with as a kid. So I think we all kind of just get brainwashed from pretty early on. And I think, man, you got to do a little research, go a little down a
Okay,
little Wikipedia rabbit hole occasionally. And after doing some digging, I think we've been sold a bag of lies, man.
there you go, there you go. Screw all them college degrees that you guys paid thousands of dollars for. Just get on Wikipedia. That's how you
That's
figure
right.
things. That's how you figure things out in life.
The internet, man. The internet doesn't lie. It's the
Yes, how
NASA
can
people
it?
that lie to you.
So, Josh, welcome to the show. I'm going to pop you out, and we're going to introduce the magnificent Joey Lee. Joey Lee, why don't you introduce yourself to the people?
Hey, Rob. How are you today?
Hey, Rob. I'm doing good. Joey, how are you today?
I'm great. I'm great. Thanks for having me on the show.
And what side are you going to be arguing for today,
I'm
Joey?
going to be arguing the round earth side. There's lots of information and lots of scientific calculations done by people thousands of years ago that we now know as very famous scientists. And I want to talk about that today. And if you want to contact me, my stuff is down there really teeny. It says Joey Lee Comedy.com. JoeyLee comedy.com. So, hey, let's get going.
You sound pretty haughty, man. You a round earther, and you feel like people can't spell. So I don't know how this is going to go with you arguing
If
for
they
round.
if they can't spell, they're probably going to be really confused at this show.
All right, thank you for participating, Joey. Let's see
Thank
who
you,
else we have.
Rob.
We have Dr. Lauren here. Lauren, why don't you introduce yourself to the people?
I am Dr. Lauren Naji, flat earth scientist. I am a disciple of God, creator of the flat earth. So
Wow,
I know what I'm talking about.
that's
There's
a
no
that's a
argument.
that's a lot to get on a business card.
Yeah. And if you want to find me, I'm at laurennaji.lol. That's my website.
Now, Najee, is that short for something? Like, what
No.
nationality is that?
Oh, that's a Middle Eastern name, short for Naji Kambaka.
Yeah, yeah. You need to be careful, brother. ICE is out there. So, I mean, they're not looking at colors. They're just looking at names. That if that name shows up on ICE,
Yeah.
but thank you for participating. Are you actually a doctor? Do you have like a degree?
I'm a disciple of God, so I have a natural doctor.
Ah,
I was born a doctor.
there you go. All right, guys. So another Wikipedia doctor here. So we're gonna have some fun with these guys today. Let's see who we
Yeah.
have next coming up. Thank you for participating, Lauren. Next, we got Burner. What's going on today, bud?
What up, man? How you doing?
Now, Burner is a last minute addition, right? He was sitting at home in his drawers looking at cartoons. And I was like, Burner, you want to do something tonight? He was like, what, bro? I was like,
What?
argue a scientifical nominee that people disagree on, whether or
Yeah,
not the earth is rat or round or flat or round.
yeah. I was the weed guy that you called. Say, hey, he gets high and thinks about things. So that's my perspective. I don't have no scientific data. I got weed and common sense to tell you that the earth is round, okay? Come on.
Perfect. Wow, look at that.
This is
You
the
didn't go to
perfect kind of
Wikipedia, you went to Weedopedia.
Weedopedia. That's all you need. I mean, all these scientists, just smoke some weed and think about it. It'll come to you.
Absolutely. I can't wait till the edible kicks in. This guy's gonna be hilarious. All right. And then our last person, we got Flat Earth Bill. Now I say Flat Earth Bill for last because I think he has a little treat for us. What's going on, Flat Earth Bill?
What's up, Rob? Thanks for having me. Yeah, I've been a flat earther for like 3 days now. Took a big dose of mushrooms, and the weed actually pushed me in the other way. So kind of disagree with Burner on that one. But yeah, I did put together a little presentation. Let me share my screen here. And now this is totally scientific. Just bear with me. I did a lot of research, so I think you guys will enjoy it.
Okay.
Let me know when you can see it.
I can't see it yet. At least not on your screen. Okay. I tell you what,
send it. We can come back to that. Yeah.
Yeah. Send it to me one more time in the chat, in the group chat, and I'll pull it up here before the end of the show so we can go through it.
Gotcha.
All right. And it's 6 slides?
Yeah, 6 slides.
All right, excellent. So he's going to convince you guys that the earth is flat in 6 simple slides. So yeah, I can't wait till that happens. So thank you once again for participating. I'm going to pop you out just real quick here. All right, guys. So there you have it. These are all our participants and whether or not the earth is flat or round. And, you know, once we finish this show, I hope you guys will have enough information to develop an opinion. I mean, you should, because I think we all have done a lot of research. We've all have, you know, we knew this show was coming like weeks ago. So I think everybody has kind of pooled their resources to try to figure out, you know, how to argue best. And I actually put up a little slideshow myself here, flat earth versus round earth. Now, the first thing I want to ask my participants is, why do we have to keep arguing back and forth? Why can't we just meet in the middle and agree that the earth is probably shaped like a cube? I mean, I don't understand why people have a problem with believing something like this. Let me pull Josh in and ask him. Josh, why wouldn't it make shape for the earth to be shaped like a cube, since part of it to be flat, part of it to be, you know, on the other side of things, and we can have a perfect Borg earth? What's wrong with that?
You know, I'm not necessarily opposed to the Borg earth model here. I do think you need the flat planes. Look, I don't know why we have a flat earth. I think it's because we're in some kind of simulation, cosmic experiment. This would be really efficient, man. So if they're like testing out different realities or different like ecosystems or whatnot, you got 6 different ecosystems right there where you set up your little firmaments and your little biospheres. I mean, I think that's a good shape. Yeah. And then if you don't like it, you just roll it over and go to a new one. I think that's a really convenient model. I do think, though, like all the major religions throughout history, all the major religions basically said that we live on a disc. Like we live on some kind of flat plane and we got that dome on top of us. You can have something similar with this kind of shape here. But I think like the wisdom of the ancients, we still follow that stuff. People be reading the Bible every single day. It talks about it in that. So I think we need to like show some deference to our ancestors and our elders and understand that they came by this knowledge honestly.
Okay. Well, what do you think, Dr. Lauren? Can we agree that the earth is probably shaped like a cube and not necessarily flat?
Well, first of all, I want to show you something.
He's going to get a cubed earth.
He's got props.
I bought a model of the earth. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
It is flat.
Clearly, it is clearly flat.
It's not a cube, not a tube, it's not a globe, it's not it's flat. I also have a model here that I brought. So this here is a globe. Now, to prove this, I'm going to take sea salt, okay, which our sea has salts in it, doesn't it? And I'm going to make sea salt water. Okay.
Okay.
So there we go.
Well, he's actually doing an experiment.
I hope he's wearing safety glasses.
I soak my feet in something like that every night.
These are safety glasses, by the way. So here we do have seawater now. I use sea salt, and we have seawater. Now, they say that this Earth, these round Earth people, these crazy people, they've gotten their information from demons. That there's a round globe and there's oceans all around the Earth, so the water down here doesn't fall off. All right, let's do an experiment. Ready? Oh,
you
my
gonna?
God.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay. Don't do that in front of your computer, bro. You're gonna like shit out yourself.
But so look, when you pour water into a vessel of any kind of container, when the water settles, it settles flat. This is one of the big theories with the flat Earth model, right?
Okay.
If we had a round Earth, that the water wouldn't settle into a flat plane. It would wrap around. So how is the water supposed to wrap around a sphere? That's not how it works.
Wow.
Water settles flat, right?
Okay.
And you can do this experiment at home. Get you a bowl, whatever. It's not going to settle out and round out. It's going to settle flat and have a flat surface on top.
All right. So is that what you believe too, Bill? Flat, the Earth is flat?
Yeah, I mean,
not a cube. This doesn't make sense to you at all that it could be a cube.
I mean, I'm starting to buy into the cube thing too, actually. But
yeah,
I like the experiment there. I mean, that kind of proves it. Water would fall right off the side of the Earth if it was round. So it's got to settle somewhere. And then again with the Bible, it's like everything was 2D in the book of Sega Genesis. So you got to just go with the Bible on that.
I did an experiment like that recently where I took up some water and I put a chicken bouillon cube in it, but I end up just making chicken stew. I didn't actually prove it. I just proved that chicken is delicious.
You didn't invite us?
That's true.
All right, so I'm gonna pop you guys out. We're gonna talk to some round earthers about whether or not a square Earth makes sense. So Joey, what you think? Can we get away with a Rubik's Cube Earth and just meet in the middle and agree? Joey done hit his damn mute button.
Joey is definitely on mute.
Yeah, I wasn't listening to a thing anybody said because it's poppycock. Anyhow, I mean, a square Earth basically is a rectangle or a square. So by saying a square, you're admitting nothing. You're not changing anything. Why not it be a trapezoid or a cylinder or maybe a slinky that's going down the stairs with a dog one too? I mean, the world is round. I mean, think about it. I grew up with a globe. I think most kids grew up with a globe at home or at school.
That could just mean you've been conditioned. That just means you've been conditioned.
And it turn around if it was square.
Let me do this with you guys then too, you round earthers. The flat earthers believe the Earth is flat like a pizza, right? And y'all believe that the Earth is round. Why can't we believe that the Earth maybe looks something like this? Now I know you're a little high burner, that you can't eat the Earth, okay?
That looks amazingly delicious, especially Africa.
I don't want you to eat Africa. You see Africa right there.
Africa looks like very delectable. Listen, it's one of the. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, all I was going to say is it makes no sense for science to have all of this science to say it's round. Like, why would they try to convince us it's flat? What's the purpose? That's where I want to get to. I don't even like arguing round versus flat. If it is flat, why are they trying to convince us it's round? Where is that sub theory or you know? And I get higher and higher thinking about that. Like, why? Yeah. Why you want to trick us?
You know what?
What's the trick?
We're gonna ask some flat earthers that. That's actually a really good question.
Well, so, I have something to say.
Yeah,
can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
You know, this one that you have is very symbolic because the Greeks and the Romans who invented pizza, basically figured all this stuff out.
Years ago.
And the pizza being spread all over the world is how those civilizations have impacted
this man right here.
Well, wait a minute.
Truth.
Why wouldn't the Earth look like a gyro?
Mathematics and science. So I love that, and I love pizza too.
Why wouldn't the Earth look like a gyro?
Amen.
But I like mushrooms on it too. Can you add those?
I think that's on the other side of the planet. I think mushrooms is over in like Russia somewhere or something. All right, so the next thing I want to ask you guys then, this is what I want to ask some flat earthers. I'm going to pop you guys out for a second. I want to ask some flat earthers this. Now, they bring up a good point about, some of the tests and experiments being a little ridiculous. One of the main things that people will say is that you can see the curvature of the earth. So people have this thing whether or not flat earthers can see curves. So flat earthers, I'm going to bring you guys all back in for a moment, and I'm going to ask you guys specifically, what do you see when you see the picture on the left versus the picture on the right? Do you see curves at all?
I see some serious curves.
Do you?
I see curves. On the left, and straight on the right.
So you can see curves then. So
yeah.
when people ask you, can you see the curve of the earth? Why is it that you see the picture on the right?
Well, listen, it goes to our point, right? There are some flat things out there, and there are some very curvy things out there. We got mountains on the earth, and we have some plains on the earth, right? So both of those things exist, but the entire planet is flat, right? Just because you have a hill, just because you got some boobies, doesn't mean that the whole earth ain't flat, right? Mountains, hills don't disprove the shape of the planet. Those are smaller formations.
Right. Watch when I bring a round earther in. Do you see those curves?
Oh man, I didn't even look at the right.
Yeah.
I didn't. I've been stuck on left the whole time. Yeah. Jessica Rabbit I've seen her in a lot of moments in odd places that I won't mention on this show, but
I've studied the curves of Jessica Rabbit for a lot longer than
I've
studied the shape of the planet.
Right.
I've enjoyed a lot of alone time with Jessica.
All right. So I just want to make sure you guys can see curves. Just making sure the flat earthers can see curves.
Hell yeah.
Now this is a question. I'm gonna pop you flat earthers out for a second. For you round earth guys, I'm gonna pop Joey back in. For you round earth guys, I have unequivocal, absolute proof that the earth is flat. Okay, and you guys cannot argue this. What is this? What is this right here? Yep, this is a map of the United Nations, and most flat earthers will tell you this is recognition that the nations of the world realize that the earth is flat because they're showing you the map right there. So why is it that you guys deny that this is not actually an actual factual map of the planet Earth?
Because that's not science.
It's the United Nations.
It's pretty simple. They're taking a picture and they're hanging it on the wall. What if it was in a sphere? It'd be kind of hard to put on this wall. Like it'd be like if I took a picture of you, Rob, and I put it on
it'll probably be a circle.
Funny Bone Wall of Fame, and it would be flat. Does that mean you're flat? I know you're not flat. I know you got a lot of roundness around you.
Are you calling me Jessica Robert?
I nail your roundness to the wall. Come on.
Let me bring the flat earthers in, because this is a picture that a lot of flat earthers use to acknowledge that people around the world believe that the earth is actually flat. So I'm gonna pop you guys out and let me bring my flat earthers back in here just for a second. So Bill, Lauren, Josh, what do you guys think? Is this unequivocal proof that the earth is flat, that the United Nations uses this map?
I think it's an acknowledgement.
Yeah,
they acknowledge it.
By all means, it's proof.
So have y'all looked? Have y'all heard about the Antarctic Treaty? Okay, so there is a treaty among, I think there's like 50 nations that have signed on to it. It's a bunch of different countries that have signed on to this treaty. Basically, no one is allowed to own Antarctica, right? And Antarctica is right there. Well, Antarctica is not pictured because I think that's the North Pole at the top. Antarctica is encircling the frame there. It is the frame of that picture. Mm-hmm. No one's allowed to own Antarctica. Name another treaty that's lasted that long. All of our other
Wow.
treaties, especially in the age of Trump, all of our other treaties are just getting torn up and thrown away. But for some reason, no one wants to go down there. Even like the big old corporations and the international corps, they don't mess with Antarctica, man. And the reason is because that's the ice wall, right? That's what rims us in. Okay, that's what keeps everything in the center. And so there is a multinational. This is a multinational acknowledgement. This is our boundaries. This is our territory. And there, I mean, I can't remember the exact number of nations that have signed on, but it's a bunch, and no one touches it. No one's owned it. You're not allowed to do anything down in Antarctica because they're trying to keep you out.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not allowed to drill.
So this
you're
is
not allowed
proof,
do
in your opinion, that
experiments. Yeah, this is actually in my
Wow.
presentation later, but yeah, you're not allowed to do anything down there. It's crazy.
if speaking of that, you sent it to me on my Gmail email or you sent it into the chat?
Yeah, it's in the Gmail.
Which one? You sent it to
Gmail.
my Gmail account, my Gmail email?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right, I'm
Resend
still
it.
looking for it here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
give
is
me
a,
one
this
more
is a
time.
graphical acknowledgement. Is it proof? It's not, obviously it's not a proof, but I think it is an acknowledgement. Is like, hey, a subtle innuendo to the keen observer that what you have been taught in your grade
Mhm.
school is wrong.
And if you're not saying
There
that's
you go.
proof, I've done mathematical equations that prove. See all that math? The reciprocal
man.
even works. Okay,
Wow, that
all
looks
these-
like a
Put it
lot of
upside down and
numbers.
it still makes sense.
That looks like a
And-
lot of numbers on some paper.
It's a lot of work. I'm a scientist. Now here, we all
Absolutely.
stand on the earth, don't we? Like this? We're
Mm-hmm.
standing, aren't we? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Just
Mm-hmm.
like I'm going to demonstrate this model here, is could you try to stand on a round hat?
Hold on, I'm gonna make you big screen. Hold on, we got to see this big screen.
We got
Okay.
Bill Nye, not the science guy here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't stay on. But let's
Oh, he's got two hats.
now we can stand up on the flat earth, can't we?
Oh my God. Yeah, you got me, bro. You got me.
How much more proof do you
Yeah.
want? Look
That's
at
unequivocal. Oh wow, look at that.
Oh shit.
I am not.
it. Again,
I'm no longer a flat earther. I am a top hatter.
this doesn't work.
Yep,
Oh,
you cannot
look,
stand on a
he
run.
fell off the earth and he has no head.
Well,
Uh,
you have to agree that most of us are not 3,000 feet tall, though. I mean, that would be pretty hard to stay on a round Earth if you were, 3 miles tall.
Let's experiment with the scale.
Now, if you want visible truth, right direct to the earth, I made these models here. We have this one,
Okay.
and we have this one. So this one
Okay.
here, globe theory, okay? I'm going to set this on my floor, which is the base of the earth. And, all right, since you can't see that, I'm going to do it on my desk. Now, remember, my desk has 4 equal legs. They all come to a surface. All are equidistant to the ground. I'm going to put it here, and you're going to see, look, there's a space underneath it.
Oh
This is
man.
the round earth theory. Now, I'm going to take the flat earth mold and put it down. And look at that. There is no space underneath it. I'm showing you the
Okay.
earth is flat. How can you argue that?
Oh, wow, look at that.
argue that.
Okay. All I had to do was cut off my grandmother's rocking chair,
Yeah.
and I could have proved that the earth was flat years ago.
I just want to see what your headboard looks like now that you've mastered it.
All right. Hey, listen, flat earthers, you guys are nailing it right now. I'm going to pop you guys out, and I'm going to bring these round earthers back in to see if they can counter this. I mean, you guys are getting slaughtered right now, flat earth or round
Come
earth.
on,
You guys
man.
are getting slaughtered.
Listen, there's nothing to even argue. Again, they didn't even answer the main question. Why? What is the point? What's the point of hiding it from us? And
Mhm.
what's on the other side of the ice wall? Okay, I've heard
Ooh.
theories about. other land, more real estate, other things. Listen, it's they have no proof, no science, no anything. It's just all this cockamamie stuff. And the guy, he almost convinces me with the hat, but that's about it. You know what I'm
the
saying?
hat was good.
The hat was a strong argument, and it had me really like, strong. Whoa. Yeah. But after that, it loses steam.
Now I do have something for you guys too, Round Earthers. We learned in grade school that the Earth has outside, the mantle or whatever, the core, and like a middle, right? We learn all of these different levels of the Earth. So you guys mean to tell me that the Earth is essentially a big Tootsie Pop? Is that what you guys believe?
I mean, it seems to be that way. If you want to equate candy with the Earth. Do you know how small we are? Also, that I really, people don't want to understand that we are so minuscule in this vast world.
How do we know that the Earth has a core? How many licks does it take to get to the spicy hot center of Tootsie Pop Earth?
ask Galactus.
And don't say 1 or 2,
3. It's automatically 3. That's the number.
Yeah, if it's 3, we're done. All right, let me bring the flat earthers in and show them this real quick. Flat earthers, now you gotta admit, we learned this in grade school, guys. We learned this like one of the main things we learned, I believe, like in elementary going into middle school, that the Earth has, you know, a mantle, a center, like a molten center, and then like a magnetic core that gives us gravity. But how do you guys argue against the Earth actually having a core?
Okay, so I got a response for the core. So we're supposed to create this massive magnetic field, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. You ever put a magnet on a computer screen or a TV?
I try not to.
Yeah, it messes your screen up. Okay. So how in the world is a little itty bitty magnet going to mess up your computer and your TV screen? But the core of the Earth creates a magnet so strong that it can protect us from solar flares and radiation and all this other kind of, like all this. Nah, dude. Like, we're not sitting on, like, look, you're not
going to know all of the other planets in our solar system are basically dead because of solar flares.
Solar flares. No, dude. Like, it's crazy. It's just, look, it's there as a part of the lie, right? They're selling you a lie. And so they got to make you think that you're a part of this thing. It's all a way to disprove God or the aliens or the overlords or the simulation or whatever you want to believe. There's a bunch of different theories in there. And I can answer Puff the Magic Dragon's why question if we want to. But the Earth's magnetic core, that is one of the big ones that it just doesn't make any sense. Magnets mess up electronics all the time. Like, this is just
you magnetic. It's not an actual magnet. It's a core of iron.
I understand that. Magnetic fields, man, they're gonna mess up your electronics, and we're supposed to be sitting on the biggest one. No, I don't buy it.
What about you, Doctor? Doctor, how do you explain this model that we've been given ever since grade school that the Earth has a core?
Top hat. What you got for magnetic core?
First of all, this is probably taught by gym teachers. Okay, Earth don't have cores. We have cores. We strengthen our core. It's here. It's not in the middle of some Earth. Come on now. They're probably gym teachers teaching these classes in school. It's ridiculous.
That's just Earth abs there. That's all that is. It's just Earth ab exercises.
Yeah, Earth ab. I brought a little plate here showing a model of the Earth.
Oh, he's got more props.
Yeah, we have a plate. And it has water in it representing our ocean. By the way, I used sea salt to make it water again.
Okay. Hold on. We got to make you full screen. We got to make you full screen, Doc.
I'm trying to say there's oceans all around the Earth, aren't they, again? Huh? Right? Well, this is a good thing I wore a hat, because if you turn a Earth upside down, obviously, the water is on top of the flat Earth, just like my model that I bought. The water sits on the surface like everything else. It's square.
What, Dr. Lauren? Let me ask you a question real quick.
Yes.
Who in the hell trapped you into an escape room saw basement? I'm just looking at your surroundings, and I'm like, oh my God! I just hope a little puppet on a tricycle doesn't ride out behind you.
By the way, just see that right there, that round ball?
Yeah.
That's a joke I put up there for the
Dr. Lauren, you are crazy, buddy. All right.
I knew I recognized him. He used to
What's
make
that?
me put lotion in the. He used to make me put lotion in the basket. I knew I recognized.
Oh
him.
gosh,
Yeah.
yeah. He had you trapped down at the bottom of the well.
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
He lured you into his antique shop with the promise
But
of better skin.
I think I can answer the why here. I mean, you don't tell free range chickens that they're about to be slaughtered. I think we're being farmed and we're trapped. And by having a round earth theory, we feel like we're free, we can explore space, but we really can't. We're just farmed animals that are trapped on this flat surface, awaiting our slaughter.
It is awesome that you mentioned that, because our next slide gets into something I would love for all of you flat earthers to tackle for me. What in the greasy hell is the firmament? Like, what does it look like? What is it made of?
You're looking at it. Look outside. I mean, it's just it's like an HD screen. I don't know.
Well, look, we've done high altitude nuclear testing. So that's what the U.S. and the Russians were doing back in the day, is they were testing what that material could withstand. And it withstood a lot. I don't know if it's made out of like super glass or if it's made out of like a force field or what. But there's some kind of dome on top of the surface that we're living on. And the surface that we're living on, I mean, it's soil, it's rocks, it's dirt, it's water, it's, it's all the stuff that we need. But like he was talking about, we're a bunch of chickens, man. We're a bunch of animals, either getting studied or raised for slaughter. I don't know the answer to that question. But yeah, I think we are being held captive for some reason.
I found this great map of the firmament, and it looks like we are basically trapped by Aquaman. There's water above us, water below us, and basically all around us. What the hell is going on with all this water?
Well, Aquaman wanted to be able to go wherever he wanted to go, man. And it's like one of those like lazy rivers. Like maybe if you could find the right circulation, you can go around the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
All right. Well, I just wanted the crowd to be able to see what the firmament is. Now, is that biblical? Any of you guys know?
Yeah.
Or is this another Wikipedia?
Well, it's also
Same thing.
Wikipedia.
Same thing.
But it comes from the Bible.
Okay.
Top Hat's got his little model going on in his head again.
Let me pull some round earthers in here and see what they have to say about the firmament. What is the firmament? What do you think, Joey? What do you think the firmament is, buddy?
Well, the firmament is like, like a kind of like a greenhouse around us.
Okay.
And if you remember, Noah built the ark, and where did all the water? It never rained.
Wait a minute, you do remember what side you on, Joey?
Oh, I'm on the round side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Noah built an ark, and it was never ever rained and never existed. But then God opened the floodgates of the earth. Water was in the earth, and it came up, and then also rain came down from the firmaments, and then everybody drowned except for Noah and his family.
I think Joey has defected, Burner. I think you by yourself now, buddy.
Honestly, you can put me back on the flat earth side. I've been convinced. It's too much.
No, I'm not saying flat earth. I'm saying round earth.
I am. I don't give a damn anymore. Flat earthers has convinced me. I done got high enough to laugh hard enough to understand that, hey, this shit's flat. It's flat. Damn it, it's flat. The firmament is a grow house for more weed. We're gonna just run and frolic on this.
It's a hydroponic, right? Earth is essentially hydroponic.
And, so start putting me on the flat earth side. I have defuncted. I'm now convinced.
Well, this next one might kick you back to the round earth side, because underneath the firmament, some people believes it looks like this. Now,
that's what it does look like.
What in the blue hell is this? Well, these are all of the 178 worlds under the Great Dome. And
absolutely.
This area right in the middle is Earth.
Yes.
Asgard is right above us. Asgard is
yes. Asgard.
I believe Narnia is here somewhere.
Krypton somewhere over there. Yeah, listen.
You can see.
I believe this now.
Yeah.
I believe this now.
Yeah, yeah. And real quick, I want to play a video for you guys because when I found this map, I was like, there is no way, there is absolutely no way that people believe that this is actually some sort of map of existence. But let me play this video for you guys real quick so you can see basically what some people believe about this particular map.
If our world had in that cloud, it would be very difficult to be reached from a distance. By another cloud being in the middle, it is more easily to be reached and worked by other civilizations. So it was a scheduled decision. Place our civilization at the center of the world because it is more easily reached from several sides of civilizations coming from different sides. This is a point. Solar system does not exist. Solar system is a holographic projection, placed here also by besiegers, and projected here on our owner's film. Our dome works like a holographic projector, built by besiegers. The dome was not built by and any civilization, but the modification made to it, yes, by the besiegers who live here. The besiegers' world. That our civilization, she is not as evolved. There are others are more evolved. Because it is no longer evolved. Precisely because she is the most recent. She went through several resets made by custodians. By the Anunnaks of Nibiru.
There you go, guys. There you go. That proves it right there.
That AI voice, that voice is all reels and everything. I think he's got. I believe everything that dude says, and that voice is so damn convincing. It gives me, you know what? And honestly, like I said, I've gotten high enough to want my world to be like this. I mean, this is what sucks is all the people that died and that's not able to get to understand it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, round Earth, we live life and die. There's been billions of deaths and no one's gotten to know none of this. And we're just now coming to the knowledge. What's going to happen? I don't know. I would
love it. I would love it if civilization looked like this. You know what I mean?
Well,
I'm gonna bring some flat earthers in so that they could tell me if they've seen this particular map before. Hold on a second.
You've outdone yourself. You've outdone yourself with the research here. I mean, I haven't even seen this before, but it's funny that it's a geocentric model too, with Earth at the center. It's like we can't get away from that idea at least. But yeah, I agree with Burner, man. Anytime you get the spooky techno music and the unsolved mystery voice, I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm 100% sold. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Isn't this more exciting? Isn't this like the Marvel Cinematic Universe version of our own universe? Like we can get to Asgard. Like we just in a different bubble than the what did he call them? The besiegers. Like I want to meet the besiegers. This sounds awesome. I'm wondering if Trump's one of the besiegers and he's just made his way over into our globe or our little dome over here.
I'm pretty sure Nick Cannon is a besieger based on all the children.
Oh yeah. Him and Genghis Khan over here, he besieging all the ladies.
Okay, I'm gonna bring some round earthers in for this next one because I really need you guys to explain this to me. Okay, round earthers. Which way is up? Simple question. Which way is up?
What side?
I'm going with that lady.
It depends on
up for me.
Which way is up?
The stutter sock. 253441867 is up. I'm going where she's going, which is up.
I have a good friend that always argues with me about which way is up, and he tells me all the time. So you expect me to believe that people in China are standing upside down right now? Like literally, that's what he tells me. And he, and this is literally the argument he tells me when we talk about whether or not the Earth is flat or round. So, is there a definitive answer about which way is up?
Yes.
They're gonna tell you. Look, they're gonna tell you something about gravity and perspective and all this other kind of stuff. But all all that's just a theory. We don't even know really how gravity works. Like Einstein talking about like it's bending space time. Like, that's how far out you got to get in order to explain gravity. Like I'm bending space time. Okay, really, we sitting on a big old flat plane, and yeah, if the Earth was round, we'd have a bunch of dudes like over there on the right, hanging upside down, their hair going all up.
There you go. There you
Doesn't make
go.
any sense.
I'm hearing you twice, Josh, for some reason. So check and make sure that you're not like looking at the video at the same time you're talking. Somebody might be looking at the video at the same time.
I have a personal experiment. I went to China this past March, and okay, you can say, well, when you were in the United States, you were on one, going one direction, and then when you got in China, you switched and you're on your head. But what about when I was flying there? I was walking around the plane, going to the bathroom and stuff like that. Now,
whoa, pause.
It made me like,
you went to the bathroom on the plane?
Huh?
He's old.
Yeah, I took a plane over there. How do you get there? By boat?
I was holding.
If I may interrupt,
I'm not using the
But
bathroom. I'm not going to China.
not once while I was getting up in the middle of the flight did I fall over and was suddenly on the ground, and my head, like what happened? And my feet are looking up. It never happened.
Real quick, is somebody watching the video at the same time that we're?
Not me.
All right, because we're in here twice, but I'm gonna pop you guys out to see if we can figure out who's looking at this twice. Hold on, somebody's maybe looking at it. Hello. Oh, it's Burner. I was right the first time. Some kind of way Burner is producing the same sound as we are talking, so it's creating an echo. Burner, say something for me.
Yo, I muted it just in case it was me. I don't know why.
Yeah, that was you. It was an echo coming from you listening to it or something like that.
Because he's living on a flat Earth and the sound just traveling around and coming back to him.
Yeah,
there
you go. Oh, yeah. and just going back to that map for a second, they did mention that the Anunnaki is down here. So if you guys have ever watched Ancient Aliens, the Anunnaki literally are next door neighbors now. They're not.
That's why they're visiting Jersey right now and all them little drone things.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the Anunnaki.
Exactly.
I have a theory about the drones, real quick.
I want to comment Joey Lee's. He said he flew to China and went to bathroom in the airplane. If the Earth were round, when you went to the bathroom in the airplane, your pee would have been falling on you from the ceiling because it would have been upside down.
That makes perfect sense. It would have been the R. Kelly flight, right?
I mean, math proves it. Come on.
Well,
now.
that's what happened.
Yeah, there you go. The Earth is flat.
All right.
No, my feet did go the opposite direction.
Your plane must have been flying upside down.
All right, I'm gonna pop all you guys out for a second, and we're gonna talk about one of the biggest proofs that goes to whether or not the Earth is flat. The horizon line. All right. Now, most people, when you look up a flat Earth versus round Earth video, most flat earthers will use this to say that the Earth is round, and because there's a vanishing point, that simply means that's the limit of your vision. If you were to zoom in, you would actually be able to see straight across, but because your vision is limited, it does end up disappearing in horizon. So I'm going to bring some flat earthers in to explain this particular phenomenon. All right. So flat earthers, what do you got? How do you guys argue horizon lines? Like,
you can draw perspective. You can like on a piece of paper and a pencil. You can create the illusion of perspective with lines. It is just how vision works. You're looking too far ahead. I mean, if there was really a curvature of the Earth, wouldn't you see the bend? Wouldn't you see the bend at the edges of the image?
Yeah,
no,
let's take a look. So this is a horizon line here, and you can see the sun way back there, right?
Yeah. Where's the curve? There's no curve. That's flat.
Yeah. No.
Right?
There's a little bit of a curve in the sky, maybe.
No, that's the firmament. That's the dome up there.
Oh, I actually got a picture of the firmament. I did not realize I had that.
Anyone seen the swimming pool
So if you drew lines on this two-dimensional object, by the way, if you drew lines on this two-dimensional object coming out from that sunset, right, and you created a little triangle from that sunset, you could create like perspective, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Could draw this on a flat piece of paper. I think that argument is more of an argument for the flat Earth.
And
right?
here you go. I actually was able to a lot of people don't want me to show this, but I actually was able to find a bridge that they built from America to China. It's right here.
There you go.
It disappears in the distance. But if you were to walk across this, it'd take you about 3 weeks, but you can literally walk from America. A lot of people don't want me to show this. So.
And if this was really a round Earth, at the end of that bridge, that little Chinaman that we saw in the last frame would be upside down at the end of that bridge. That's not what happens. He's going to be standing on the bridge just like the rest of us.
This is what Sarah Palin was warning us about.
Yeah.
Bridge, bridge to nowhere.
Exactly. So what do my round earthers have to say about horizon lines? Flat round earthers, what do you guys think about horizon lines? Do you guys think that that proves that the earth is round, or that it proves that the earth is flat because you can see only to the limit of human vision?
It proves that flat earthers are stupid.
Don't do that.
It proves that you don't understand scale. You don't understand the small, how small we are on this earth. You just don't understand none of it. There's no science to nothing that flat earthers say or do. It's just all theory.
I got a picture of the bridge right here, man. This is a bridge right here.
From a little bitty person looking. We're little.
That's right.
The world is huge.
It's a big old disc. We can't see that far. Like our eyes cannot. I mean, we can't process that distance.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, listen.
It's a three-dimensional world, and if you were a flat earther, it would only be 2 dimensions, right?
No, it's still 3 dimensions. Yeah. We still got length, width, and depth. We just don't have a sphere.
If the Earth is flat, okay, how deep is it? How deep is it?
Have you ever heard of anyone searching for all corners of the Earth? Have you ever heard that before? They search for all 4 corners of the Earth. If the Earth is round, how could it have corners?
I'm gonna show you guys another video.
My model has 4 corners.
Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna show you guys another video real quick that once again proves the flat earthers right. I'm gonna pop everybody out so I can show this video just real quick. All right, guys, so right there you see the model of flat earth. You can see everything out there in the vision. Now I'm going to show this video to you guys real quick. This is another proof of
enforcing the restrictions over the poles. Could they be hiding something? Ever wonder why no one's ever flown over both the North and South Poles? Well, get ready, because what I'm about to share might just change how you see the world. Most people believe the Earth is a globe because they think circumnavigation, traveling east to west and ending up back where you started, proves it. But there's a catch. Sure, you can circumnavigate east to west, but what about north to south? No one has ever circumnavigated the Earth from pole to pole. Strange, right? Now, before you say it's because of the harsh conditions at the poles, let's dig a little deeper. Both the North Pole and Antarctica have no-fly zones. To even attempt flying over them, you'd need special permission, and good luck getting it. But why are there such restrictions? What's really going on? Could we be kept from discovering something bigger? Let's think about this. East to west circumnavigation doesn't actually prove the Earth is a globe. Imagine you take a flat piece of paper, draw a circle on it, and trace it without ever leaving the surface. That's how east to west travel works. On a flat Earth, you can loop around a central point, like the North Pole, and end up back where you started. So just because planes and ships can do this doesn't mean we're on a globe. Here's where it gets even more interesting. If the Earth were truly a globe, we'd expect to see north to south circumnavigation too, going over both poles. But there isn't a single documented case of this happening. Why? It's simple. Those no-fly zones at the poles, these aren't just casual restrictions, they're enforced globally. And here's something else to consider. The organization behind these restrictions is the United Nations. Have you seen the UN logo? Look closely. It's a flat Earth map. Coincidence? Maybe, but it's hard to ignore when the same organization uses that map while enforcing the restrictions over the poles. Could they be hiding something?
There you go. All right, so let's pull everybody back in and see what they think about this.
One, that soundtrack was slapping. I love me some Gregorian chant.
I know. I think Kendrick is going to remake that and perform it at the Super Bowl. They not like us. They not like us. All right, so what do you guys think? Are there actual restrictions for flying over the poles?
Oh yeah, go look at all the flight. You can there's websites where you can go look at the flight pass. You don't go over the poles, right? They go east to west all the time, but they don't go over the poles. And this is I talked to round earthers, and they're like, well, you can get in an airplane and go around the globe. Look at the path that you're actually taking. You're never going A to B. You're going A, B, C, D. They're just confusing you, right? And it's not like the pilots are. It's not like the pilots are writing their own flight plans. These flight plans.
Well, hold on. Determined. Have you ever flown Spirit?
Yeah, they're writing their own flight plans.
Horrible.
They're just a little drunk. Like they got a little bit of the extra spirits in them.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are the demons. They are the devils.
So what do you think about that, Dr. Lauren? We can't fly over the poles, right?
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I think that it's
wow.
It goes back to just my original talks with God about the earth, and we know it's flat. Demons are trying to bring out this round earth thing. Devil and demons. It's all
you didn't cut up any more pieces of furniture to use as props for this part of the talk.
Hey, that proves it right there. That piece of wood proves it right there.
Prove it from the beginning.
All right, I'm gonna pull some round earthers in real quick. Ask them what they thought of the video. Okay, my round earthers, what did you guys think of that video? Or is it true that we can't fly over the poles?
I was kind of getting sick. I'm sorry, but why would we want to fly over the poles? Don't we want to go directly the shortest route? Because if I wanted to fly from Peoria to Chicago or Peoria to Columbus or to Cleveland, why would I want to go around? I mean, who would want to fly all the way out there to come back to another place that's closer?
Now, Bernie, you from some of the same neighborhoods I'm from. Remember when we was kids and played football? What did we used to play? Pole to pole, right?
Pole to pole. Pole to pole.
That proves it. Earth is flat.
It could prove that, but what it does is it makes me like that Gregorian, whatever that chant shit was at the beginning, those druids thing. That's where the flat earthers ruined it. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to make it this big suspicion. Like there's a religion behind flat earth that's the same as Christianity and Judaism. Like these dudes will blow themselves up. Flat earth, like for what? Like you don't really. They've proven nothing. Just like no one's proven God. They've proven there's nothing. So they just want to go to the ends of the earth and say all this crap. Whatever, man. I'm gonna smoke some more.
All right. I'm gonna tell you guys, we're rounding the bases here.
Okay, I probably want to ask them.
I got a few more slides, but I've been waiting for Bill's presentation to upload. It's almost uploaded, so when I get that uploaded, we're going to go into his. But the next slide I want to go into real quick, and this kind of helps you guys, round earthers. What explains seasons? If we live on a flat plane, what explains seasons? What do you guys think?
As round earthers, as we know, the earth sits on an axis and spins, and all of the things that they show us about the science behind the rotations and revolutions and all of those things that they say when you watch Neil deGrasse Tyson on YouTube.
There you go. All right, now I want to get some flat earthers perspectives on this, because I think this is a big one. This one actually really leans me towards round earthers, but I'm gonna pop you guys out for a second and I'm gonna pop my flat earthers back in. Guys, what do you think about seasons? My flat earthers, what explains us having 4 seasons here in Cleveland, and California having 5 seasons, one being a fire season? Like what what do you guys think explains seasons if we live on a flat earth?
Space lasers, at least for the fire season.
Oh.
Yeah. According to Marjorie Taylor Greene, absolutely. No, think about it this way. All right, so part of the concept around flat Earth is that we're in a controlled environment, right? We're in an enclosed space. If you turned on your heater in your house and opened up all the doors, how heated is your house going to be? Right?
Okay.
It's not going to stay heated up, right?
Okay.
The same thing with an enclosed space. It's actually easier to give you seasons in an enclosed, controlled environment as opposed to a globe that's spinning in the vacuum of space. Like, how in the world, like, does the round Earth explain such controlled and very distinct seasonal differences? I live in Cleveland, and right now snow's on the ground, and it was hot 6 months ago. Right? To me, like, being in a controlled environment is it's much easier to explain such discrepancies when you're living in a dome and being experimented on by aliens.
Okay. All right. Well, I feel like you tripped yourself up really bad there, Josh. So let me bring Dr. Lauren in to save you. Dr. Lauren, how do you explain seasons if we live on a flat Earth?
According to my math,
there you go with that sheet. There you go with that sheet that you pulled out of the garbage can and taped together. What is that?
That's just Common Core math. That's all that is. It's just Common Core math.
These are my calculations.
Wait a minute. Those are the diagrams for the DeLorean, right?
Spring, summer, winter, autumn, it's all a fallacy. It's talk of the devil. There's no seasons. There's different days. Tomorrow it could snow. Next day it could be warm. It's the earth is flat.
Well, I want to argue that there are seasons, and these are some of my favorite seasons right here. I mean, you can't keep saying that there are no seasons, because it's obviously right here. These are the main seasons that I deal with.
And these are the only seasons that we need.
Rob, as I said, seasons are about the devil. Look at that. Slap your mama, it's called.
All right.
Lorries. Sounds like the devil himself.
I got a few more slides, but I'm gonna bring Bill in to kind of go through some of his slides. I finally was able to get his presentation to upload here. So I'm gonna remove mine, and I'm gonna go ahead and add yours to the stage. And I'm gonna remove everybody else here just real quick, because since this is your thing, I'll go through the slides. You just let me know when to turn them, okay?
Yeah, go ahead, start clicking. There's a lot of animations unnecessarily.
Okay.
So Earth, the flat out truth. After my mushroom trip and 3 days of research, this is where I ended up. And I did this on work time, so I got paid for it. So the scientific credentials is just a little background about myself, with lifelong history. 5th grade science project, can we dig to China? I concluded no and got a C+ and participation trophy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Still experimenting with drugs and alcohol. I did meet Neil deGrasse Tyson at 2 Hard Rock cafes, Vegas and Gary, Indiana, the gambling one. So it's kind of
that is freaking awesome.
And then infiltrated the Capitol, dedication to truth, as I mentioned earlier. So you can keep going.
Okay, perfect. Wow, look at that. You got a really deep resume.
Yeah, and science can be a liar sometimes. Before, in ancient times, we really didn't have anything but cave drawings and no space program, so we kind of believed in the flat Earth then. But along came the Greek philosopher Pythagoras, and Greek people back then were pretty loose, and at the bathhouses, he's probably just trying to impress people with this theory that Earth is round. And we moved on to Ptolemy.
Hold on, pause. Impress hoes at the bathhouses?
Yeah, that's the theory, that he was just coming up with this idea just to kind of get a little more action on the side.
That is really cool that he was trying to get hoes with his. Okay, perfect. Let's go.
Yeah. So Ptolemy, he proposed the geocentric model with Earth at the center. That was around 100 AD. And then Copernicus moved that to the heliocentric model with the sun at the center. But we haven't come up with anything new for 500 years. we thought we'd have flying cars and everything by now. All we have is like taco trucks and Twitter and a bunch of crap. So we can move on. So science gets it wrong again. Science doesn't always equal progress. You talk about gender studies, Clear Pepsi, 3-second rule over 5-second rule, 6-foot rule, Kovacs. It's all pseudoscience, just like the round Earth.
Wow. Well, now Clear Pepsi wasn't bad. A lot of people shit on Clear Pepsi, but it actually wasn't bad. All right, very cool.
So bringing us back to the UN. So that map is from the UN, and you see the ice wall and then additional continents and an ice wall around that. So kind of strange that we can't go beyond the 60th parallel south. So begs the question what they're hiding down there about the nature of the Earth.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. Yeah. And
all right, so this was supposed to be animations where it would pop up the answer each time, but this is kind of putting it to the test, flat versus round. So obviously butts, we always like round. Pizza, which came up a lot on this discussion, is flat. Boobs, obviously round. Hat brims, which actually came up, and tummies from the doctor. So those are both flat.
Okay.
USB ports, you got to agree with the new round ports. And then obviously for the win, Earth is flat. So
all right.
There you have it.
All right, perfect. Hey, give it a
science.
Dude, take a bow. Awesome. I especially love the stuff about Copernicus' Pythagorean theorem having holes. I feel like it's something that they should teach in elementary school. What do you guys think? You think he nailed it, didn't he?
No, absolutely. Teach about the hose right after the cross-dresser gets done reading the children's stories to all the kids.
Absolutely.
We got the curriculum laid out. Perfect. And Dr. Lauren can show the kids his math. He's like, look, kids, math. We got it. There it is. That's all you got to know.
All right. So I just got a few more pictures, guys, and we're going to wrap up. Now, somebody asked this question earlier. I believe you asked this, Burner. What is actually underneath the flat Earth, right? So we see this picture a lot. This picture came up a lot when I was looking for what's underneath the flat Earth, right? Pillars, rocks, shoal, that, depiction of hell that we saw on the map earlier. What do you guys believe is under a flat Earth? If you were to look underneath it, what do you guys believe is under there?
I think we got a fair amount of soil. I think we got all the ingredients of what we need to survive. Like you can't grow food without dirt.
Well, here, I'm going to show you guys actually what's under the flat Earth. Are you guys ready for this? I'm going to blow you guys' mind. Are you guys ready for actually what's under the flat Earth?
I'm ready.
Are you guys ready?
Do it.
A fucking turtle. That's what's under the flat Earth. Absolutely. There's a big turtle that has elephants holding the Earth up, and it's there. I mean, they believe this in India and China, and you can look this up, that the world turtle is actually holding up the Earth right now. So mind blown, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Who needs space when you got a giant turtle?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what came first, the turtle or the Earth, but there you have it. There's unequivocal proof that ancient people believe that the Earth is on the back of a huge damn turtle. What do you guys think, Ron Earthers? How can you even counter that?
I think it's pretty.
They have a semicircle of the Earth. It's not flat.
The artist didn't make the Earth flat enough. He made it a dome. But other than that, I find it pretty accurate.
And Bernard, you still got that thing with your mic, man. You might want to mute yourself because I'm hearing you twice.
I apologize, but as you say, it's believable. I'm sold. Fuck it.
Dude, some dude in India said that the Earth was on the back of a turtle, and somebody wrote it down, and that's what we believe now. So yeah, absolutely. Flat Earthers. There's that if somebody asks you what's underneath the flat Earth, there you go. It's a goddamn turtle. So mystery solved.
Earthquake. When the turtle moves, the Earth shakes.
There you go. It's because the turtle burst.
Who's the actual person who did this? Nobody knows. But we talked about Pythagoras, who is one who is, basically labeled as the one who came up with the round Earth theory. Now, do any of you guys know the Pythagorean theorem? Any of you flat guys, can you quote it to me right now? Right now.
A squared
The
plus
doctor-
B squared equals C squared.
Yeah, the doctor scribbled it out for us earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Now,
was on his mathematical paper.
Are you telling me that he's wrong about his calculations for the round Earth, but he's right with his calculation of the Pythagorean theorem? He was probably a pretty angry guy. If you went up to him, he'd probably slap you. Plus, he was Greek. Look what all the stuff the Greek people did. They brought us euros and things like that.
He probably
They
slapped
walked
you at
around
he probably
But we
probably
have
slapped you
some-
at a 90-degree angle.
But we have some unknown guy who made a turtle under a semicircle, and he's believable? I
There
don't
you
think
go.
so.
Now, some of you guys mentioned the ice wall earlier, right? The
Fake
ice
news.
wall. This is a big one for flat earthers. They believe that the earth is sitting on all of these mountains. There's a huge ice wall, and beyond that ice wall, we have some additional continents and things like that. So I have proof here, guys. I mean, there's nothing more that you can prove more than a picture, right? So I actually have pictures of the ice wall. As you can see here, some researchers have actually taken a picture of the ice wall.
Photographic
You can
evidence.
see it right there. And a matter of fact, they actually even have the Guardians. Then
Hell yeah.
the dude that's beyond the ice wall that tries to keep us from coming across. So how can you guys argue that there's not a goddamn ice wall? It's right there. There's the proof.
Yeah.
Burner's high and is about to have a panic attack because he just realized it's White Walkers.
Hey, White Walker sounds very racist. I'm not ready for it.
Hey,
if you see a White Walker, you'll be a black runner.
See, Black runner, White Walker, all this shit. Hoods, y'all don't need hoods no more. You just throw ice.
have you ever heard of Photoshop? Photoshopped. That's what it is. Or it's AI. Anyhow,
All right.
Well,
it's
that's
not
what they
that
say.
you
That's what
believe
they
it
say. All
anymore.
anytime you see a picture of the Earth, the supposed pictures of the Earth from space, all of that is like fabricated images. There's no actual photos of the Earth globe in space. That's all been fabricated.
Now
So
I
what
love that you
about the
bring that up.
astronauts who saw, like John Glenn and
Yeah.
those guys who orbited the Earth?
Exactly.
What did they see when they looked down? They saw
listen,
a
listen.
globe.
Perfect. This is exactly what I'm gonna bring up for you guys. So we've argued a lot today about back and forth some of the different theories about what people think the Earth is round or whether they think it's flat. This is actually a great conversation. This is actually the very first picture taken of the complete globe of the Earth, right? The very first picture, I believe this was taken in like the late 60s, like maybe 67, 68. This was taken from one of the space missions, one of the first actual pictures they have from outer space of the entire globe. This right here is probably the very first official picture. This is from Apollo. I'm sorry. This picture here was from Apollo 10. This is from Apollo 1 when they first went to the moon. This is the very first picture that they took of the Earth from the moon. Okay. So as you can see, we have some visual proof from historical pictures that we may be looking at around Earth. We also have this picture here, which is, I believe, one of the last official pictures taken by one of the satellites. I think this was taken like in the early 70s of the Earth. And we continue to take pictures of the Earth. This is like probably one of the most recent pictures that we've taken of the Earth from like a satellite or maybe the James Webb Telescope. Now, in all of these pictures, what do you guys notice?
I noticed.
It's round. It's a globe.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, hold that picture right
Fake
there.
news. It's fake
There's
news.
4 corners. There's 4 corners. That picture
Yeah.
is the Earth with a round circle in the middle, but that is a flat Earth. It's 4 corners. It's a black square with light in the middle.
Yeah. Okay. And what else do you guys notice? There
think
are
I got
no there are no stars, right?
Yeah.
In none of these
Oh,
pictures do you see stars. Okay.
No.
So these are official historical pictures of the Earth, but where are all the stars? We should be seeing orange stars, yellow moons, blue diamonds, and yellow horseshoes or whatever. I don't know. But there should be something around the planet if we're taking a picture of it, right?
This is the work of the devil.
So
look, you can even see the force field in that one. You can see that little blue ring right there. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That's just the firmament.
Exactly.
This is a top-down view.
So I got one last video to show you guys. This has been a ton of fun, guys. I got one last video to show you guys real quick. We're gonna go ahead and pop this in. I'm gonna show you guys this last video. Then we're gonna wrap up with some comments and go ahead and let you guys go. But this has been great, guys. I appreciate you guys participating and jumping in the pool and fighting. So let's take a look at this video.
Flat shadow.
Right.
We've never seen a flat shadow. So the only thing that makes a perfect circle shadow every single time.
Is the Earth flat?
We have video from space of the rotating spherical Earth. The Earth is round. What's odd is there are people who think Earth is flat.
Right.
But recognize that the moon is round. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and the sun are all spheres. But Earth is flat. In Columbus's day, there was surely a flat Earth contingent. Okay?
Yes.
It wasn't until Francis Bacon, Galileo, in the 1600s, where the idea that if you're going to say something and you think what you're saying is true, then no matter how obvious you think it is that it's true, you should still test it.
Gotcha.
There could be something fooling you in one way or another. So if you want to say Earth is flat, then, for example, lunar eclipses. What's a lunar eclipse? If your face is the brilliant sun, and this is Earth, and the moon is over here, the sun is always casting Earth's shadow into space. It's always there no matter what.
Right.
Obviously, okay? It's just a shadow.
It's a shadow.
So the moon occasionally passes through that shadow. And if you see the shape of Earth's shadow on the moon, it is always round. Always round. If Earth were flat, sometimes you get like a flat shadow.
Right.
And we've never seen a flat shadow. So the only thing that makes a perfect circle shadow every single time.
All right, so there you guys go. The flat Earth,
My
devil.
point exactly. They don't have any proof. They don't know nothing. They can't prove nothing. So until they can prove anything, I don't even know. There was no argument from the round Earth side because we have nothing to argue. Y'all have all the burden of proof on your side. So make me laugh some more.
All right, flat Earth. What do you guys think about lunar eclipses and the stages of the moon? What do you guys think explains that if we live on a flat Earth?
Work of the devil.
Work of the devil.
Cat's got your
Space
dog.
lasers.
listen. I tend to agree with Neil on most things. So like, there's a big giant circle thing that they pass in front of the spotlight. I don't know, man.
Well, they played every trick in the book, like the check mark thing. I mean, the top three are boobs, and what was it? Butts, and then these things we plug in USB. We couldn't live without them. But then the other side had all these minuscule things, but there were more checks. Oh, come on. And also the other guy brought up, oh, look at all my data. Well, look at all mine. Look at all mine. You know, I can't read his. He's just showing us got a big piece of paper. He don't have anything on it. It's probably his shopping list. And then they discredit all these scientists who spent their lives approving this stuff.
We have a PowerPoint.
Them,
we have a PowerPoint and props.
Anything.
We have a PowerPoint and props. What do you have? An orange shirt and a signed hat. That's all you got.
Yeah, and it's round. See?
Yeah.
It's round.
All right, well, I'm gonna do a round robin. Thank you guys all for participating. I'm gonna bring you guys in one at a time to just kind of thank you guys and for you guys to kind of do your little outro. Once again, I appreciate you guys participating. This has been a ton of fun. I don't know if we've answered anybody's questions, but hopefully we entertained some people. So let me bring you in, Josh. What do you want to say to just kind of put a bow on everything? But
listen, Neil always swings me back towards rationality. The thing that I really take away from this whole little exercise is that Jessica Rabbit is still the hottest woman of all time.
Where can people follow you online, Josh?
JD McFunny, Instagram, YouTube. I don't have the Facebooks set up under that name. Joshua D. McKelvey is how you find me on Facebook. I got a couple shows coming up in February at the Cleveland Winery. So if you want to check me out there, that's February 7th. I really appreciate you, Rob, for hosting these. These are a lot of fun. And I enjoyed going down the rabbit hole of the flat Earth.
Don't go too deep down the hole. You end up on the other side of the planet.
Well, that's right. That's right. Because it is a globe.
All right. Thank you for participating, Josh. Dr. Lauren, where can people find you? What do you want to say to put a bow on everything tonight?
I'm in Cleveland. My website, laurennaji.lol. It's my website. You can find my comedy on there, and I'll be announcing anything that I do on it. Anyway, this was great. I thank you for inviting me. I knew you needed an expert to speak, so I'm about as
hey, dude, you brought the wood literally and figuratively.
About as qualified as can be. Disciple of God, creator of our flat Earth. So anyway, it was great.
All right, thank you for participating, bud. And Bernard, thank you for jumping in last minute, bro. Thank you for staying woke. Oh, hold on, I got you muted. I'm sorry, Bo. Or do I? Hold on, I think you might be muted. Try to unmute yourself again. All right. Still can't hear you. I'm gonna come back to you. We're gonna work on your sound. We'll come back to you. All right. And I want to thank Flat Bill. Bill, thank you for coming out.
Thanks, Rob. Just want to dedicate this podcast to my dad. He was on Spirit Airlines flight from Cleveland to Peoria, and he was the pilot. He was last seen over the South Pacific. I believe he was looking for the edge of the earth. So may he rest in peace. I didn't know this was a comedy podcast. So Flat Bill, check me out online. We got lots of weird videos with that creepy voice. Thank you.
Very cool. Very cool. And thank you for participating. And then Joey, let's pop in, buddy. How you shout your socials out where people can find you and put a bow on things.
You can see me at or check me out at Joey Lee, JoeyLee, one word, comedy, one word.com. And you can see me doing different things and videos and pictures and stuff like that. And I really want to say thank you to all of you, especially you, Rob, for putting this together. This was fun. You know, being a serious comic is fun. You know, we don't always have to make people laugh. We can talk stuff that is serious.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for having me on. I hope you have me on again sometime.
No problem.
And thanks all you guys. Really a pleasure working with you.
And guys, that is Joey Lee, no relation to Bruce Lee. Hey, look, this is Rob Coleman, man. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Are You Serious? My comedy debate show. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these. Even if you're not, I'm going to keep doing them just because I like doing these. It's a lot of fun to write them. It's a lot of fun to kind of invite different comics on. Hopefully the comics develop relationships with each other and continue to be friends, even though they adamantly disagree about the shape of our planet that we're on. Whether you guys believe that the earth is flat or whether you believe it's round, I hope you believe that funny is funny, and I hope you guys continue to come out and support comedy, be it in your local town or your city or whatever. Just keep supporting comedy, man, and we'll, as working comics, we'll continue to put material out there, hopefully to make you guys laugh. This has been another episode of Are You Serious under the Are You Funny Entertainment banner. Follow me at Are You Funny Rob on all social medias for more information, content, and for booking information. Thank you guys again for watching. Peace.